Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Obsessive Compulsive Gaming. I am the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, and this is my review for VALFARIS MECHA THERION. So dear viewer, VALFARIS MECHA THERION originally released in 2023, a year I remember fondly as the year I played a bloody lot of video games. But we're not here to talk about any old video game. No. We are here to talk about VALFARIS MECHA THERION. And just like that beautiful bearded bastard Bertrum, you're probably wondering,
what is this? What is it? What is this?
VALFARIS MECHA THERION is a sequel to the critically acclaimed VALFARIS. But this time, instead of playing a 2.5D Castlevania ripoff, you're playing a 2.5D shoot-'em-up ripoff. So let's review this ripoff the only way I know how. Badly. And let's start with what I liked about VALFARIS MECHA THERION. I've always been a fan of retro-inspired 2.5D shoot-'em-ups. So this game was right up my arsehole. I mean, right up my alley. You go through stages, shooting enemies with an assortment of weaponry, collecting upgrades for said weaponry, using melee weapons like a sword and a hammer and a rubber duck. Maybe not that last one. Point is, you're going to be going from left to right, eviscerating enemies foolish enough to get in your path. And the general gameplay loop is lots of fun, particularly when you're going up against bosses. That's right, wouldn't be a shoot-'em-up without some gargantuan bosses to take on. And this game is no different. And for all of you difficulty whores out there, and I know you're watching this, don't think I don't. I've got tracking on all your computers. I actually don't, but still, these bosses can be rather tricky affairs, and in fact, some of them took me several tries to get through. Probably more than I would care to admit, especially the last boss. That was a tricky bastard indeed. The game, just like the original, also has a particularly splendid heavy metal-inspired soundtrack, which will keep you, tapping your feet, pretending you know how to play drums in midair while you're playing the game. I did catch myself a couple of times pretending I knew what an air guitar was. I don't even know what a guitar is, never mind an air guitar. Ha! The game also, like the original, visually is rather nice. Retro-inspired without being a pixelated piece of shit. And in terms of story, this game wraps up the events of the original quite nicely. Not that I remember the events of the original, of course. In fact, I had to remind myself what the bloody plot for the original was by visiting the game's Wikipedia page, but still. So I think I've been nice to this game for long enough. But what did I not like so much about VALFARIS MECHA THERION? Well, the only thing I could possibly nitpick, and this is very much a me problem, but I did find some of the game rather frustrating, a little bit too tricky, especially some of the boss fights. Not that I'm saying I like to saw through every single video game I play with next to no problems, but, it would have been nice if I could have sawed through this video game with next to no problems. But apart from that, dear viewers, this is a very good indie shoot-'em-up 2.5D heavy metal music inspired video game thingamajig. So if you like the look of this game, you played the original and you haven't played this game yet, then I highly recommend that you correct that at your earliest convenience. Therefore, I declare that VALFARIS MECHA THERION is very good. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my review for the VALFARIS sequel. If you enjoyed this little video of mine, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't enjoyed it, well then feel free to give me a thumbs down. But please remember the single most important thing I always tell you, dear viewer, and that is to always stay obsessed with gaming. Are you still here? Oh, you must have really enjoyed this video then. In that case, you had better subscribe to the channel and check out our other content. Otherwise, you're a booby pants, and no one wants to be a booby pants.